We're taking out millions, which I'm just announcing today for the first time, but we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil, millions of barrels. Every night we took out oil. Millions of barrels of oil has come out, and that's why it's at $85, $90 a barrel instead of $250.
President Trump on a secret mission to escort oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. He's also drawing oil from the SPR to keep prices stable, but the levels are getting close to record lows. There are now about 350 million barrels on hand. That's down from just over 400 million about a year ago. Bob McNally is a former White House energy advisor and founder and president of Rapidan Energy, and it's great to have you here. What do you know about this, the president talking about the secret plan and how much oil has gotten through? Has that helped keep the prices down?
Hi, Dana. It has. They're being more public about it now. They had initially wanted to keep it quiet to avoid attracting Iranian fire. But over recent weeks in June, and we've seen this, the ship trackers have seen this, the U.S. is shepherding out sometimes over 20 ships a day through an Omani channel. They're hugging the Omani coast oil, and they're prioritizing very large crude carriers, we call them, VLCC, so the big boats with lots of oil. And that is increasing the trickle into a small stream of oil coming out of Hormuz, and it's good news. I think now we're seeing more press reporting of it. They want the world to know it, and it's happening. It's a good thing.
Here's what President Trump said earlier today about the possibility of taking Kharg Island.
Look, my preference has always been take Kharg Island. I said my preference would be that. I don't know that America has the stomach for it, to be honest with you.
I think America has a stomach for victory. And what I'm curious about is, would that make a big difference from your perspective on oil prices globally and gas prices here at home?
Well, I think if we seized Kharg Island, we would have a general escalation in violence. Iran would go back to hitting critical infrastructure in neighboring countries, attacking ships in Hormuz, and we would do the same against it. So we'd just have a big price increase. I don't know of a military expert who believes we need to seize Kharg Island. We are already blocking the oil that comes from Kharg Island. So Iran's getting no benefit from that. And seizing it, I'm not sure what the benefit. There are smaller islands, Dana, that we would want to seize if we want to prevent Iran from threatening those ships. They have assets, radars, and so forth. But Kharg Island, I'm not sure what the benefit is there.
Okay. One of the things that we read about, I think it was late last week, is that oil executives across the country have been telling the White House we're getting low on reserves. How do you see that?
I do. You know, Dane, I've been counting barrels for 35 years. I've never seen a time in my career where just about every oil analyst I know, whether it's the oil companies you mentioned, Exxon, Chevron, every analyst I know, my team, we predict and forecast if this continues this summer, we will see very low inventories, which will require very high oil prices. It is a train wreck heading our way if we can't get Hormuz open soon. And
how soon do you think that needs to happen?
That needs to happen right about now. Our base case is we start the flows in July. There'll be a ramp up of several months. I think if the market sees that coming, we still may have a bump in prices because we're going to dig into those inventories in July and August, but I think you'd see a peak. Worst case, if we go into the fall and Hormuz is basically shut or down to about 10% or so, then I think we're going to see much, much higher prices. So the good news needs to come here very soon, coming weeks.
Well, Bob McNally, stay in touch with us. Thank you for the update.